Hi guys, Smith here, welcome to the 4th round of the AOR GT3 Pro League, and today I'm at the Nurburgring. Now, last round at Watkins Glen I finished on the podium, I finished 3rd. Now, I was a bit fortunate to get that 3rd position. A couple of people had problems in the pits, which jumped me up into 3rd, but I did have a good pace, I did have good consistency. I managed to pull away from Shaw, and I was very happy with the consistency I had round Watkins Glen. Now, round this track I don't think my consistency is going to be as good. I didn't have much practice. I only had a few hours practice. Normally I do practice quite a lot, and still I'm not that close to the top guys, but on the Monday I did have problems with actually getting onto project cars, so I really lost a day of practice, well, lost an evening of practice, which was unfortunate. But hopefully, it won't affect it too much, but we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Hopefully, we can have a good result. I can have a good result, but it's not a track that I like really. I always seem to struggle on this track. I don't know why. It's just one of those tracks where I can't really get the maximum result. I always seem to make mistakes. But again, it's a challenging track, I think. There's plenty of gravel traps, and you can easily go onto the grass. There's quite a few corners that are quite tight, and it's easy to run off the track if you don't get the proper turning points correct and stuff. But anyway, moving on to the remaining of this qualifying lap, entering turn 12 in gear 3, and lift a little bit, heading down now this hill towards turn 13, near the end of the lap, heading up the hill now to this chicane, turns 14 and 15, brake on that white line, shift down to gear 3, try not to cut the corners, which I don't, so exiting turn 15 now, and coming towards the last turn, turn 16, do run a little bit wide, and coming towards the line now, so this looks like it'll be a 58.6, and that put me in 4th position. Now I believe Blizzard disconnected, I think he was ahead of me, so I'm 4th, best qualifying of the year, but I would have actually been 5th if he'd not disconnected. So yeah, I'm happy with that, but obviously there's people not racing, so it could have been lower than that, but I'll take 5th. Anyway, in the race now, the green light goes, lights out, and away we go. Shaw seems to get a really good start actually, but watch out for Wookie Pete in a second or two on the right hand side. He'll have a really good start up into 3rd. I think I've got a little bit of a jump on Shaw at the moment, but Wookie Pete's on the right hand side. He's into 3rd position. I don't know where he started, but there's a very good start from Wookie Pete. So I've lost 1 position at the start. I did have to sort of open the door. Didn't want to collect anybody at turn 1. Now just really trying to defend from the car beyond Macmillan. He was only about 5 tenths back, so I've got to really watch out for him as the car goes wide, as you can see in the mirror. But now heading into turn 6 and then 7, as the 2 cars ahead are fighting out Shaw and Wookie Pete. So I'm just trying to follow them 2 guys round, as I've really pulled a gap on now to Macmillan, about a second and a bit. But on lap 3 Shaw got past Wookie Pete, and I'm fighting him now for 4th position, going up the hill into the chicane, turn 14. And you can see he goes wide, he tries not to cut the corner, it takes him off, and I'll cause contact, and you see him going on the grass, so I'll park it here just to let him through, and then he rear ends me. And at the time I thought, I'll be honest, at the time I thought, what the hell was he doing? But looking back at it now, I realised I parked way too close to the apex, and he didn't realise, he didn't expect me to park it there. So I apologised to him after the race, and hopefully move on from that incident. But as you see, on lap 4 Wookie Pete, I did let him past in the end. He got through, and I got past him, and then I think he retired a few corners later. I'm not really sure if it caused any damage to his car. I guess it did. I think it also caused damage to my car, but it wasn't really performance affected actually, because you can see on lap 6 I was about 5 seconds ahead of Blizzard Wizard. But on lap 11 Atticus has come out the pits, and I've really not got the pace to try and challenge him, although he's not really racing me. He's quite far up the road. I think he's fighting living dead for 1st position, so I'm just trying to not lose too much time really. I don't want to fight him anyway, but I wasn't close enough to do that. on lap 15. Shaw's coming out the pits now, so I managed to get the jump on Shaw, but at this time the hard tyres seem to be going off for me, so you'll see now as I enter turn 2, I get a lot of understeer, and that's going to maybe let him slip up the inside of me coming towards turn 3, and I go wide. I'm trying to give him a load of room here, and then get a really poor line for turn 4. I'm going so slow, and that's going to give him a good run with touch, and then I thought I heard something on the headset, so I braked and I let him through because I thought I actually spun him, but luckily it wasn't too bad. But then you can see my setup wasn't actually, my tyre pressures weren't set up correctly, so I had to do that, and that might have lost me a little bit of time because you have to close the menu to start the procedure of the pit stop. But also I think I might have had damage repairs because it did feel quite a long pit stop. As you see, Blizzard Wizard jumps me, and so does Meriloso and McMillan. Well, not McMillan, sorry, Meriloso does. McMillan is only a second back, but yeah, I was a bit frustrated with that, to be honest, because, you know, I was about 5.5 seconds ahead of Blizzard Wizard. Well, actually I think it was about 4 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, I know he might have had the undercut. I'm not really sure what strategy he was running, but yeah, it was a bit disappointing. Maybe not to get jumped by him, but to get jumped by Meriloso, really. I didn't really know where he was compared to Blizzard Wizard, but, you know, if he was a few seconds behind him, we've lost a load of time. See, on the entry of the Dunlop curve, I lost the rear end, and that gave McMillan the chance to get through, which was disappointing. And as I mentioned earlier on, the track's not a strong track for me. I don't like the track at all, really, as McMillan runs wide and he comes back on the track, and I'm going to have to go around the outside. But entering turn 11, I just lose the car again, lose the rear end, and he gets the place back from me. And I'm going to try and get near him, get past him, but you can see I don't think I think it was to do with horsepower why I was struggling, really, because early on in the race I was fighting Meriloso and I just couldn't get near him, really, with the horsepower. I don't know what it was. He seemed to just get better the exit out the corners. I don't think it was really traction wise, I think it was more horsepower, to be honest, because this RUF ain't really got the good top speed. I think it's down on the top cars by about 10 miles an hour, or 10 kilometers an hour, I think. So, you know, it's not really a good car on the sort of straights, but it's alright in the corners. It's got decent handling, so, you know, it's not all too bad. It's not like it's an undrivable car. I do like the handling, but yeah, I don't really know why we couldn't get past these two guys, because we did have better pace than these two in earlier stages of the race. Now, I'm not really sure if they're on the softs or the hards. As you can see, they're fighting out for 5th and 6th, sorry, as McMillan finally gets past Meriloso. And now, see again, if I'd have had a bit more speed, I could have tried to maybe sling it down the inside, but I was just too far behind. Now he's trying to fight his way back, but again, he didn't really get a good exit, Meriloso. And on lap 25, starting to get a little bit frustrated now, actually, really, being stuck behind these two for about, you know, 10 laps now. Lose the car. I knew the car was going to spin, and so I really let off the throttle, and you know, it just went anyway. And luckily it didn't cause, it was a really sort of slow sort of spin, and it didn't cause any damage to the car, which was all good. So coming on to lap 26, and McMillan's pitted. I don't know why he actually pitted, because, you know, as you see, we didn't sort of have this sort of oomph to try and get past either car, so I don't know whether his tyres have actually hit the cliff, but he pitted and it gained a 6th position. And then on the exit of the chicane I lost it, so I lost about another second to Meriloso, as Living Dead lost connection on the penultimate lap, which was very unfortunate for him, as now on the last lap, and I think Meriloso's tyres had gone off. You know, it was about 3 seconds, I believe, or something like that at the end, last lap, so second and last lap. I know he's catching him quite, you know, quickly in the last couple of laps, as, you know, I think, to be honest, my pace, as you've seen, I was about 6 seconds down on him when I made that spin, so I was really quicker than him, but I just couldn't seem to get the oomph out the, you know, corners. He just seemed to pull away, and then that just sums up the race, where I exit turn 12 and I run on the gravel. You know, that was really just summed up everything of the race for me. It was just mistakes and unfortunate things that happened. as he seems to have clinched 4th position. So, well, 5th obviously is a good position, but you know, it's last, and I would have finished probably 6th or 6th. Oh, I finished 6th if Living Dead would have stayed in, but yeah, 5th position. So yeah, said I finished 4th, but I don't know why it said I finished 4th, but that's a typical Project Cars probably glitch. So anyway, eventful race, not really a race I enjoyed, but I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time for Bono, which hopefully will be a much better track. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.